Let's fucking go. 2022 kickoff is tonight. And I am so damn late, so I'm putting everything together right the fuck now. We're going to dominate this shit. I'm going to give you my predictions, the rest of my divisional preview breakdowns, my divisional picks, my breakdowns on my bets, quarterbacks, yardage, touchdown numbers. We're doing everything on this kickoff extravaganza. Let's fucking go. I am wearing my Buffalo Bills Stevie Johnson jersey, but don't get it twisted because ain't much change. Cannon, ain't much change. Packers fan for life. Buffalo Bills Stevie Johnson jersey because tonight, and it will all make sense by the end of this episode, that tonight, if you didn't realize, I'm probably going to bet on them. I'm probably going to take the Bills against the Rams. Bills and the Rams. Bills and the Rams, son. Let's fucking go. Let's dive right into this shit. AFC West predictions. You got Kansas City, Chargers, Las Vegas, and Denver, all of which made significant changes in the off season. Kansas City loses Tyreek Hill, loses Tyrann Mathieu, adds Sky Moore, adds Carlos Dunlap, adds George Karl Laftis. I fucked that name up really bad. Isaiah Pacheco, MVS, Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Reed. Added all those players. Lost Tyreek Hill, lost Tyrann Mathieu. Two massive losses. Counting on the rookie Sky Moore and Carl. Why the fuck did I do this to myself again? Karl Laftis to make a difference this season. LA Chargers, add Khalil Mack, add JC Jackson, add Sony Michel, add Zion Johnson, lose Brian Bulaga. Didn't lose a whole lot, did gain a whole bunch. Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa on the outside. Holy shit. That's going to be epic. Las Vegas Raiders, add Chandler Jones. Add top two, not two, Devontae fucking Adams from the Green Bay Packers. I'm not going to get started on that shit because it only pisses me off. So half the fucking Packers receivers from last year are in the AFC West. Lost Kenyon Drake, lost Alex Leatherwood, added Samir White, Rock Ya-Sin, lost Yannick Ngakoue, Kwiatkowski, Littleton, Carl Nassib, all gone bye-bye. Denver Broncos, add Russell Wilson. Huge piece for them. Finally got a quarterback. Lose Noah Fant. Tim Patrick tears his ACL off for the rest of the season. Add Billy Turner. Add Randy Gregory. Big piece on the defense. Massive piece on the offense. Let's see where this takes us with Denver. Now, I'm predicting the Los Angeles Chargers are going to win this division. They're at plus 220. Kansas City at plus 175 to win the division. I got them coming in third. I got Las Vegas at a plus 600 to win the division. Coming in second place. The addition of Devontae Adams, the addition of Chandler Jones across from Max Crosby, who is a fucking home wrecker, is a monster. That shit is going to be epic. I really like Las Vegas prospects this year, especially to make the playoffs. They're plus money to make the playoffs when it comes to betting. Again, I do not condone betting for anyone who's not in an area in which you can bet, and I do not condone betting for anyone over the age of 21. I do not condone betting for anything illegal activities or any purposes, and by people who are not of legal age. All right. We got the Denver Broncos coming in fourth. That is a stacked, loaded division. Completely understandable that it's hard to put Denver moving up. New head coach, new quarterback. Going to take time to get used to that. All right. Over under 10.5 wins for the Chiefs. I got them going under. Chargers 10 going above it. Las Vegas 8.5. Of course, I got them going above it. I got them coming in second. Denver under 10, even with Russell Wilson. Mahomes 25.5 yards. I got him going under that amount of yards. That is a massively high amount of yards. However, Duke can probably hit 5,000 yards. Going to have to get used to new receivers, though. 34.5 touchdowns. I do have him going above that. He still has a Travis Kelce. Done. Travis Kelce. Justin Herbert, 46.25.5, has all of his complementary receivers back yet again. I got him going over that number and over 36.5 touchdowns. Derek Carr, 4,500.5 yards. I got him going under that number, probably slightly though, probably in like that 4,200 range is what I like. Over 28.5 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, a fucking touchdown machine. Russell Wilson, 41.25.5. I got him going over that number. Even though his complementary receivers has dropped a little bit, he does not have DK and Tyler Lockett this year, but he does have a decent amount of weapons in Denver. Over 31.5 touchdowns, because I still like his prospects overall. Cup team don't change, son. All right, we're going to head to the NFC East. We got Dallas, the Giants, Philadelphia, and Washington. Dallas loses Amari Cooper, loses La'el Collins. Tyron Smith goes out with injury till at least December. Add Dante Fowler, lose Randy Gregory, lose Blake Jarwin, lose Cedric Wilson. Bunch of losses there. The Giants add Brian Dable as a new head coach. Lose Danny Shelton. Lose Jabril Peppers. Lose Evan Ingram. Add Ricky Seals-Jones. Add Tyrod Taylor. Philadelphia adds A.J. Brown. Massive, massive deal. Should fit in well with them. Hopefully. We'll see. Lose Jalen Reagor. Add C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Add Jordan Davis. Add Nakobe Dean. Add Hassan Reddick. Big, big additions to the defense. Washington adds Carson Wentz, adds Andrew Norwell, loses Brandon Scherf, adds Trey Turner, and loses Landon Collins. So they added some offensive line pieces, added a new quarterback. I really like what Wentz did in Indianapolis up until the end of the year. So I do like their prospects to actually do better this year than they have in the past. However, I still feel like they're going to finish third. I've got Philadelphia in first. They have plus 130 to win the division. I've got Dallas in second, plus 140 to win the division. Washington in third at plus 675 to win the division, and the Giants coming in last at plus 850 to win the division. Dallas, 10.5 wins. I got them coming in under that. I've got Philadelphia coming in over their 9.5. Giants under their 7. Washington under their 7.5 wins. Dak Prescott over 3,300.5 yards and over 30.5 touchdowns. Daniel Jones under 3,500.5 yards and under 21.5 touchdowns because he sucks and he probably won't play the entire season. Jalen Hurts 50.5. I got him coming in slightly under that and under 27.5 touchdowns. Carson Wentz over 25.5 and over 22.5 touchdowns. I think he's going to do a lot better than people think he is, even though people seem to really just want to bury the fuck out of Carson Wentz. Whatever. It's your prerogative. Do your shit. It ain't for me to say, but I think Carson Wentz could be a difference maker for the Washington Commanders, even though their owner is a piece of shit. Kickoff spectacular lie. Kickoff extravaganza. Because I don't even know what the fuck I called my show. Doesn't matter. Coming in hot. Let's do this shit. Again, Packers in the back. Bills on the front. What does that foreshadow? Ooh, let's find out, son. All right, on to the AFC North. We got Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Baltimore, Cincinnati. Another division that had sweeping changes throughout their entire team. Pittsburgh loses Big Ben, but adds Trubisky and Pickett. Adds George Pickens. Loses Juju Smith-Schuster. Drops Joe Hayden. Adds Larry Ogunjobi, even though they lose Stephon Tuitt to retirement. Cleveland adds Deshaun Watson, out for 11 games, though. Adds Amari Cooper. Loses Troy Hill. Adds Chase Winovich. Loses Austin Hooper, J.C. Treader, and Jarvis Landry. Baltimore adds Hollywood Brown. Loses Hollywood Brown. Adds Mike Davis. Adds Kyle Hamilton. Adds Isaiah Likely. Adds Kyle Fuller. Adds Marcus Williams. Adds Michael Pierce. Lot of defensive players right there. A lot of defensive players for them. Baltimore was stacking up for sure. They got a lot of loaded offensive teams in this division. Makes perfect sense. All right, so Cincinnati adds Alex Kappa, adds Lael Collins, adds Hayden Hurst, adds Ted Karras, loses Uzomah, loses Ogunjobi. But the biggest thing that the fucking Cincinnati Bengals did and why I like them very, very much, and I have them coming in first in their division, is they added 3 centerpieces to their offensive line in free agency. But on top of that, they also added their left guard is a rookie who's going to start, who is already over it. So 4 out of their 5 offensive linemen are freaking brand new, and they are all high quality players. So their fucking offensive line, Joe Burrow shouldn't get hit anywhere near the amount of times he got hit in the last season, which is great because they need him to not get, killed before he ever makes it to the damn Super Bowl again. So I got Cincinnati coming in first. I got Baltimore coming in second. I've got Cleveland coming in fourth and Pittsburgh coming in third. Yeah, bet you that one shocked you a little bit, didn't you? Deshaun Watson did not look good. Has not played football in over a year. Kenny Pickett looked good. Mitchell Trubisky, please don't shoot me for saying this. Please don't. Mitch Trubisky actually looks pretty good, and if he can continue that reign, will actually be pretty good for this football team. And I think the Steelers are going to be better than people think they are, even though people want to bury the fuck out of them. Bury them left and right. I disagree. All right, so Cincinnati plus 160, Baltimore plus 130, Cleveland plus 450, Steelers plus 1,600 to win the division. I like that plus 160 for Cincinnati. Plus money is always good money. That's what we like to see. Over 9.5 wins for Cincinnati, over 9.5 wins for Baltimore. I like them both to be in double digits or close to it. I've got Cleveland under 8.5 wins, especially with Jacoby Brissett starting for the first 11 games. They're probably going to suck pretty bad. And they're all kind of getting used to each other. Stefanski probably gets fired at the end of this season. AFC, and then Pittsburgh under 7.5 wins. They don't have any quarterbacks listed, so I don't have any numbers on them. Cleveland didn't have any of their quarterbacks listed for yardage either, so I don't have anything on them. Lamar Jackson, I got him over 34, 75 and a half yards and over 23 and a half touchdowns. Let's not get it twisted. Lamar Jackson is a very talented player, and that motherfucker's going to get paid, even though it's probably not going to be before the season starts. But he will definitely get fucking paid. Joe Burrow, 4350 and a half yards. Are you insulting this motherfucker? He will probably throw over 4,500 yards, if not close to 5,000 yards, especially with this talented amount of receivers. 32 and a half touchdowns. Fuck off. He'll probably have 40. I wouldn't doubt it. 40. Oh, why is that? Oh, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but let me go ahead and give you a little preview here. He is my motherfucking MVP candidate. Joe Burrow. MVP. I'm saying it right now. This is the freaking 8th. Thursday, September 8th. Joe Burrow, MVP. Book it. Or don't. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'm picking Joe Burrow. Not Josh Allen. Joe Burrow. All right, NFC North. We got Green Bay, Minnesota, Detroit, and Chicago. Green Bay loses MVS, loses Devontae Adams, adds Sammy Watkins, adds Christian Watson, adds Romeo Doubs, loses Zadarius Smith, adds Jaron Reed, adds Quay Walker, adds Devontae Wyatt. Add 3 stud defensive core front 7. Add a couple of quality rookies in the wide receiver core, even though people just want to just shred them to shit. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Fuck off. Nobody cares. All right, so we got Minnesota adds Zadarius Smith, adds Jalen Reagor, adds Nick Mullins, adds Michael Pierce, adds Jordan Hicks, and adds Harrison Phillips. So they'll add a whole bunch of defensive players. That's great and all. I mean, hey, listen, do your thing. But at the end of the day, you have to stop the attack of Green Bay. You have to stop, all the attacks. I don't think that they're equipped to do it yet. Quite honestly, I'm still not sold on the fact that, fuck's his name, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a numbers chaser. He's very, very good at getting his numbers. He's got a talented set of wide receivers, but I don't think they're going to do it still. I still can't do it. Detroit adds Aiden Hutchinson, adds Jamison Williams, who may or may not play for the first half of the season. Loses Trey Flowers, adds DJ Chark. Also added Equimania St. Brown. That's a lie. They have Amon-Ra St. Brown. EQ's in Chicago. They're both in the division. Doesn't matter. Anyway, adds DJ Chark. So they are much improved. I think with Dan Campbell, I think that they will win more games than they won last year. However, I just don't think that they're still not there yet. It will take time for them to get acclimated. Jared Goff is still their quarterback. I still don't really have a whole lot of faith in him. But they're making strides. All right, Chicago adds N'Keal Harry, who's hurt. Adds tackle Riley Reef. Adds Alex Leatherwood. Adds Velus Jones. Tajay Sharp. Byron Pringle. EQ St. Brown. I mean, how many fucking receivers are you going to add and still have one of the worst receiver rooms in the entire NFC North? You added fucking 80 receivers and still suck, but that's fine. Bears still suck. Add Lucas Patrick. Lose Tariq Cohen, Eddie Goldman, and Danny Trevathan. 3 quality veteran pieces. Whether or not those veteran pieces really added to the fold or not. But what they did add, they added a veteran presence. However, they're all gone. Doesn't matter. All right, so I've got Chicago Bears buried in the basement. I've got Detroit in 3rd, Minnesota in 2nd place, and Green Bay in 1st. Of course, I got Green Bay in 1st. I'm sorry, but Green Bay has not regressed, in my opinion. You say that, call me a homer if you want. But Green Bay, well, they've added young receivers, and yes, Rodgers has called them out, and yes, Rodgers does ayahuasca, and yes, Rodgers is a lion prick, and yes, Rodgers was immunized instead of vaccinated. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. Rodgers can go to Peru and do ayahuasca every fucking year if he wants to, for all I give a shit. The fact of the matter is he comes back, he's there for his teammates, and he automatically kicks fucking ass on the football field. And if you think that he's done kicking ass in the football field, you're fucking stupid. Good luck with all that shit. Doesn't matter who the fuck. He can throw to a pile of fucking dumpsters. Guess what? He's going to complete the pass almost every single time. Packers, over 11 wins. Minus 170. I got them 1st in the division. Vikings, I got over 9 wins. Plus 250 to win the division. Detroit, over 6.5 wins. Plus 900 to win the division. Bears, under 6 wins. Plus 1,300 to win the division. I'm sorry, I'm not sold on Justin Fields. Their new offense is probably going to be worse. Matt Eberflus, good luck. Hopefully you got a good defense because your offense is probably going to be terrible. Aaron Rodgers, over 4,500 yards. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course. Over 30.5 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins, 4,150.5 yards. Absolutely over that. 30.5 touchdowns. Absolutely over that. Jared Goff, 3,650.5 yards. Over that. Over 23.5 touchdowns. Justin Fields, 3,205 yards, probably under that. 18.5 touchdowns, probably under that. If he doesn't get killed during the season, because he is going to get hit over and over and over again. And I'm not talking because he's a running quarterback. I'm talking because his offensive line sucks fucking horribly. They're god-awful, dog shit offensive line. We'll get wrecked week in and week out. Justin Fields won't be lucky to be on the field for the entire 17 games. I highly doubt he will. So I'm taking the under on both of those. Let's dive into the Buffalo Bills versus the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to go through the NFC West, AFC East. Then we're going to dive into the game a little bit. I'm going to finish off my predictions for the season, and we're going to dive into NFL Kickoff Extravaganza. I finally got it right. Holy shit. Good job. Thanks for telling me again, buddy. Yeah, Kickoff Extravaganza. Because that's what the fuck it is. Let's go, son. All right, LA Rams, Arizona Cardinals, San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks. I fucking hate the 49ers. I got them third in the division. I've got the Rams. Lost OBJ for now. Added Allen Robinson. Added Bobby Wagner. Lost Von Miller. Lost Robert Woods. Lost Andrew Whitworth to retirement. Arizona added Hollywood Brown. Lost Jordan Hicks. Lost Christian Kirk. Lost Chandler Jones. And without DeAndre Hopkins for the first 6 games. San Francisco lost center Alex Mack to retirement and lost Raheem Mostert. Didn't really add any pieces. Didn't add anything. Didn't really lose much. Excuse me. Seattle loses Russell Wilson, a huge loss. Adds Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, Ken Walker, Drew Lock, Charles Cross. Some big time moves there. Interesting to see how they're going to go. They're definitely going to be in a rebuilding year, but it'll be interesting to see where they stack up overall. I've got them coming in 4th place. I've got San Francisco in 3rd, Arizona in 2nd, and the Rams in 1st. Quite honestly, Rams plus 120 to win the division, Arizona plus 380, San Francisco plus 160. I'm not buying into fucking Trey Lance already. God, fuck. And Seattle plus 2,500. Just no, not at all. Under 6 wins for the Seattle Seahawks. Under 10 wins for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm calling an even 9 wins for Arizona and over 10.5 wins for the LA Rams. Not tonight, though. Just saying. All right, Stafford, over 50.5 yards, absolutely. Over 34.5 touchdowns, absolutely. Kyler Murray, 4,100.5 yards, over, and over 25.5 touchdowns. Trey Lance, 75.5, under, 21.5, under. Geno Smith, they didn't have anything for him. They didn't have anything for Drew Lock either, so. Even Caesar said, I don't even know who your quarterback's going to be, so we don't care. All right, cool. Buffalo, New England, Miami, Jets. Jets, suck. All right, we're heading to the AFC East. Buffalo loses Emmanuel Sanders, adds Roger Saffold, adds Von Miller, Kyer Aleem. Jamison Crowder loses Cole Beasley. New England loses Malcolm Butler, loses N'Keal Harry, adds Jabril Peppers, loses Kyle Van Noy, loses Shaq Mason, adds Ty Montgomery, adds Devontae Parker. Miami adds Tyreek Hill, adds Teron Armstead, adds Teddy Bridgewater, Melvin Ingram, Cedric Wilson, loses Allen Hurns, and Devontae Parker. Much better additions than losses in that room for sure. Jets add Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Laken Tomlinson, DJ Reed, CJ Uzomah, Breece Hall, Solomon Thomas, former Robert Salah disciple in San Francisco. All right, so Buffalo, Miami, New England, the Jets. No, to me, there's no doubt about that lineup. Miami greatly improved. It's all going to be on the head of Tua to do something. Buffalo's fucking stacked from top to bottom. Bills minus 240. Dolphins plus 450. New England plus 475. And the Jets plus 2,200 to win the division. Bills over 11.5 wins. New England under 8.5 wins. Miami over 8.5 wins. Jets under 5.5 wins. In another situation where they don't have a fucking quarterback listed because Zach Wilson's out until like week 5 and Joe Flacco sucks. They'll be lucky to win 5 games. All right, Josh Allen, 43.75.5 over. 34.5 touchdowns over. Mac Jones, 37.68.5 yards under. 23.5 yards under. Why? Because their offensive coordinator situation is fucked beyond belief. Tua, 37.50.5 yards. I'm going under I'm a little speculative on that one. That one could go either way. And I'm going over 24.5 touchdowns, though. I do like Tua's prospects with his new receivers. However, do I buy into Tua? Not necessarily. All right. McVay and Snead get an extension. That was officially announced. I've said it on 4 podcasts now. It's officially announced. Stafford had elbow surgery over the summer. Who would have thought? No wonder he was out for a while. Who knows? Facebook page is back up and running, by the way. Be sure to look out on there for your Is This Real Life? No, it's just fantasy football talk. It's where a lot of my information is going to go for my fantasy football team, my updates, my team, my roster changes, anything like that will be listed on there. If you have questions on there, go on there, comment on one of the posts, let me know, and we can talk about it. I mean, shit, let's talk about it, right? All right. So, let me finish up my season stuff, and we'll dive into the game. So MVP Joey Burrow, ice cold Joe Burrow, without a doubt. I'm going with Joe Burrow for my MVP. Offensive Player of the Year. Hurts me to say, Justin Jefferson. Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. Defensive Player of the Year this year, Micah Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Sorry, not sorry. I'm going with the tandem of Dubs and Watson for the Packers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, got to go with probably one of my absolute favorite players in this draft, and that's Sauce Gardner. Monster. I hope he has a freaking phenomenal year. Comeback Player of the Year. It's not Christian McCaffrey. I'm sorry. It's just fucking not. Nothing against Christian McCaffrey, but he's probably going to get hurt again. Jameis Winston. Coach of the Year? Matt Luck. I'm just kidding. Dennis Allen. Remember that whole, hey, the Saints are going to win the division scenario? Dennis Allen. Can't believe I just said that. Most improved player. Oh my God. Davis Mills, quarterback of the Houston Texans. Why, might you ask? It's a great question. His team sucks so bad, but he still has Brandon Cooks. Lovie Smith is there, so it's continuity overall. However, so he didn't really have to learn a new offense. Played pretty well down the stretch at the end of the year last year. I look for him to severely improve this season. I'm a little nuts for that one. Surprise team. Shit, no, not them. Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders made the playoffs last year. I say surprise team this year because nobody expects them to do anything. They have an absolutely stacked, loaded division. But I still think they'll come out in second place. I still do. I'm buying into Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. Fresno State for life. I'm buying in. Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. I mean, they have a great set of weapons. Defense is improved. Chandler Jones, Max Crosby are phenomenal. They got rid of some dead weight. Josh McDaniels is a hell of an offensive coordinator, so if he can get that offense in tune, man, shit. Derek Carr is Mac Jones on steroids. And they got Devontae Adams. Top 2, not 2. That's all I'm saying. Top 2, not 2. Devontae Adams. All right, so AFC, I've got my division winners. I've got Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Buffalo, and the Chargers to win the divisions. I've got my number 1 seed is the Buffalo Bills. Probably no shock there. I'm pretty sure that's what I said last year, too. That's all right, though. I got Baltimore, Las Vegas, and Kansas City making the wild card. 3 West teams. 3. Oh, shit. Bills are my number 1 seed. NFC, Green Bay, New Orleans, Philadelphia, Los Angeles Rams winning the division. I got Tampa Bay, Minnesota, and Dallas making the wild card. Call me crazy. It's fine. I got Green Bay as the number 1 seed. I wasn't actually sold on that per se, but I think they have the easier path to the number 1 seed. Personally. And I got Green Bay over Buffalo. Pretty much exactly like I had it last year. It was not on purpose. Ironically, I've got all the Packers swagoo and the Bills jersey on. But don't get it twisted. Ain't nothing changed. All day, every day. Again, hashtag canon. But so that is our 2022 kickoff extravaganza. Let's do this shit again. Football season is here. You get to hear my mouth for the next, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months, 12 months. Who knows? Who gives a shit? I'll go until I'm done talking about it. That is all of my previews. That is all my picks for that setup. Tonight, the Buffalo Bills play the Los Angeles Rams in LA, and I am taking the Buffalo Bills. And I'm taking them on the spread at the -2.5. Why am I taking them at the -2.5? Because I think the Bills are absolutely going to dominate the Rams. I don't think Matthew Stafford's arm is as healthy as they say it is. The overall continuity of the Buffalo Bills and their full team, plus the addition of Von Miller, especially going against his old team, last year's team, Super Bowl champion team. So yes, I'm buying into the Buffalo Bills. I'm buying into the hype train. Josh Allen. We already know about Josh Allen. Dawson Knox, Isaiah McKenzie, Gabe Davis. I mean, they've got weapons left and right. Running backs for days. I mean, why not? Why not? On that note, though, we're going to continue a tradition that we did last year where my wife was making her picks as well, and she selected the Los Angeles Rams. So I look forward to tomorrow morning waking up and telling her that she was wrong and that I was right. And unless I'm not, and then I won't tell her who won. I'm just kidding. I'll tell her who won. I still pick Buffalo -2.5. That's my best bet for the day. Honestly, if I was betting today, what I would say is Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns. I get the Rams have a great defense, but I do not believe that Josh Allen can be stopped. He's basically inhuman. So Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns would be my pick of the day. And probably over his yardage for that matter. I think they're going to shred the Rams secondary up over and over again. So Buffalo at the LA Rams -2.5. Buffalo Bills. My wife picked the Rams. We'll know tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll go through the rest of my picks for the weekend, heading into the weekend. Maybe do a little game preview, or maybe I'll do them on Sunday. Drop them on Sunday. They're going to be in just podcast form. There will not be a video for that. But I will do, when I do those picks, I will also do a review of tonight's game. That's all I've got for my 2022 Kickoff Extravaganza. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back and visit me throughout the year. Again, the Facebook page is up. It will be in the comments. It will be pretty much everywhere. Once you get in the Facebook page, you'll see me. I'll be in there live once in a while, posting stupid memes, news that I come across throughout the week, fantasy football stuff. All that stuff will be in there. But if you like it, share it. If you do, click the like button, subscribe. You can catch the bell if you want, so you can catch every time I get on here. Otherwise, on that note, guys, we will see you on the podcast in a couple days. All right.